Hey everyone, welcome to this lesson on how to play pop tunes. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to play pop tunes so that you can actually start sounding good, sounding decent, right? So I'm going to take some of the theory knowledge from the chords that I've shown you, your major and minor triads and some of your seventh chords, and show you how to apply those to progressions that you might find in charts, in pop charts or online. So basically what we're going to do here, anytime you open music, like I've talked to you guys about, you're going to see chord symbols. You're going to see letters, right, for your triads, or you'll see symbols for your seventh chords. When you see those chords, you want to play the corresponding triad. So if you see a C major 7, right, you'd go ahead and play, if you see the letter C, you'd go ahead and play a C triad, right? If you see a F minor, you'd play an F minor triad. Right? Or the same thing, maybe letter D, so for D major, okay? So when you see those letters, you're just playing right hand chords. Now what we want to do is spice that up a little bit. So how do we actually make it sound decent? The first thing we're going to do is really simple, is we're going to take our left hand and we're going to play the bass notes. We're going to play the roots of the chord in our bass. All right, so let's go to the piano so we can get a better look at this. On our piano, our bass notes are going to always be down in this end, the lowest end that you can find basically on the piano. They can start here, and they can even go further down if you want. I'm only going to start from here just for now. Now the roots are simply the same notes as the letter of the chord. So if you see a C chord, you'll play the bass note C with my C major. If you see an F chord, I would simply play the bass note of an F. Now you notice my finger, I'm just using my second finger here. You can use other fingers, whatever finger's strongest. You can, whatever fingering you work out for the progression that you're reading. If you saw a G minor chord, you just play a G in the bass. Okay? So this is the first step. Let's say we see a progression that is C, F, E minor, A minor, G, C. All right? So all I'd play is, and let's say each chord is a measure eighths. C, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, back to C, right? And that's it. I mean, that sounds pretty good. You're playing the harmonies of the chords, and that's all that's needed. That's all that you need to do in order to start grabbing the essence of the chord. You don't have the melody in there just yet, but you have those harmonies that make up, that support the melody. The next step you can do, and I'll show you this right now, is you can add an octave in your left hand to strengthen the support of the bass note. So instead of just C, I'd play both C's, right? I play an octave in my left hand. Now with this, I'm going to play the same progression and see if you can hear the difference. Okay? So that was the second step, adding an octave in your left hand, and all I'm doing is playing whole notes, right? Now that's the first step, so you guys can just practice doing that. Just practice adding your bass notes while playing your right hand triads in your pop pieces. That's the very first step. It's the simplest step to start playing pieces, any charts you want. Step one, learn your major scales, right? Because we need your major scales to build your chords, your triads and your minor triads. Step two, learn your major triads, okay? And from your major triads, you can learn your minors, or if you want to learn all your minor scales and then learn your minor triads, you can do that. But you can simply learn your major scales. You can go and learn your major triads, then learn your minor triads, and then you're ready to play pop tunes. It's that quickly, right? You have 3 steps. That's it, and you're playing the harmonies to the piece, okay? So that concludes this first lesson on playing pop tunes. Practice those bass notes, right? So your left hand will need to move with your right hand. That gets a little tricky. I recommend practicing your left hand bass notes alone first, and then adding your right hand. So always practice hands separately, and then put them together. In the next couple lessons, we'll learn how to use inversions and some voice leading tricks to put those into our pop pieces so we can spice it up a little bit further. All right guys, thanks for watching this video. Happy practicing.